have to address Blackman Gilbert because he made a video that was a dig at me. The whole thing was a dig at me. Even the title, which was Impurities Rise to the Top and Purities Stay Below. Now the whole thing, just to speed through this, is that he was indirectly saying, oh, you don't know who these people out there are, referring to Cyrus King and Makalesi. He's trying to pretend that there's some sort of whatever, Christ, whatever. Gilbert, didn't you literally just say 4 videos ago, I'm going to quote, all these light workers out here, all these other people out here, all these channelers and gurus and light workers and channelers, fuck them all. I don't see any of that crap. Didn't you literally just say that? And now you're going to say, oh, you don't know who these people... Gilbert, I'm going to remind you once again, you have gone back on everything you have ever said except for pedophilia and veganism. You have literally gone back on everything. You could have claimed to be a Moor, but you did prison time. And you paid a lawyer. You can't be a white man when you pay a lawyer. And you're going to say that you're a Moor, and you're going to say that you're going to press charges. You're going to use the so-called white man laws to press charges when the anti-bullying laws go into effect. So you're a Moor that's going to use the white man's laws. Am I hearing you correctly? Then you're going to say, fuck everyone that's not you. Fuck everyone. Fuck every channeler. Fuck every light worker. Well, Makalesi and Cyrus King have claimed to be light workers several times over, so I guess I'm right in dissing them, aren't I? Gilbert, your problem is that you have malnourished anger. Demons can't be vegans. Even lack ones like you. You know who Gilbert is? You know how like you have a science project and there's like 4 people to a group and you guys are just doing an awesome job on your science project, and then Gilbert comes along and he's like, oh, me too. I'm like, no, you don't have nothing to do with this. You have nothing to do with ascension. You have nothing to do with raising people up. See, that's what like I am. I'm in the group of people that are actually doing something, and then here comes Gilbert trying to like bite off of us. Like, no, you go over there. You're a lack man. You go over there. He's that kid. He's that kid that tries to like get inside your group, but he's not a part of it. Even Pita told me that he's not a factor. And he's trying to sit there and act like he's trying to do something other than put his subscribers in a cryogenic freezer. I think it's funny how he has all these subscribers, but he's always speaking indirectly to me. What's the matter? You don't like watching your own subscribers' videos? There's 1,000 Gilbert clones out there. You don't want to listen to their horrible rap music videos that they make? Why don't you go watch some Aquarius son? He's a carbon copy of you. Oh, is that right? I guess I'm the only interesting thing on YouTube, right? The 13th sign astrology isn't a Nega. He's a gray alien. The reason why he wears the Nega pendant is because he's drawing attention to his masters. And then you got Cyrus King, who deleted his videos because he realized that he was pretending to be me. There's so many people pretending to be me because the whole purpose of his videos is to put out the knowledge. Like a king, like the king holds out his scepter, put out the knowledge. And then he realizes that he's not me, so he withdraws it. And then you have so many of these black people that subscribe to him and say, "Oh, Cyrus, oh, you're the Messiah. I think you're the Messiah." It's like, no, no. How overweight is Cyrus King? And he telling you constantly to eat all these vegan foods, but how overweight is he? And how dark is his aura? I mean, his aura is pretty dark. Like every time, he made a video about crystals a long time ago, and he's like, "You don't know where these crystals come from. If you don't know what they do, if you don't know what their names are, then you're never going to ascend." Blah, blah. He's always got something extremely negative to say in every video. In every video, he says, "I hope this helps," but it never does. And how many videos can you possibly make about magic without actually saying how to do it? And Makalesi, you're just pure bullshit. Like, everything about you is bullshit. Everything about you is half-assed disclosure. See, a Messiah is someone that is persecuted. Like, I just got done talking to everyone's favorite female non-human psychic, and she just got done telling me that how the CIA is looking at you two. We already know that the FBI just arrested me on December 22nd. See, Cyrus King wants to look like the Messiah seed. When the heat starts turning up, he quickly realizes that, oh, it's not too much. It's too much for him to take. So what does he do? So he's going to delete his videos about Omni-Lords and keep the ones about Vin Diesel and his stupid TV shows. And then, I swear to God, a different jinn is inside his body, because when you watch his old videos, he's like on a stool, kind of like a black piano player that's blind. He's always like bobbing and weaving like a black blind piano player. Then when you look at his current videos, he's just a fat slob that's let's talk about The Walking Dead. Let's talk about TV shows. So, Gilbert, I hope you're still paying attention, because Cyrus King is talking about television. And what's your opinion about television? Oh, that's right. People who watch television suck, right? So if there's your buddy Cyrus King, why don't you go tell him your opinions? Oh, that's right. You're both full of shit. See, Gilbert, I want you to pay attention. Same thing with Cyrus King and Makalesi. Well, I'm going to say this again. The star seeds, the Messiah seeds, had the balls to go through the incarnation process to get a soul. The star seeds are really jinn with souls. So now that I'm headed toward the pay window, you're going to get real jealous, real jealous, real jealous. And by the way, let me just say that I am part of the 3 a.m. Starseed Club, where if you're a starseed and you speak out and you've been found, the aliens wake you up at 3 a.m. It varies depending on when you go to sleep, but it's usually 3 a.m. And I saw, if you, there's a Miles Johnson interview called Ascension Blocked, where Miles Johnson is talking to this guy at the 25-minute mark. His last name is Jenkins. And Jenkins says that if you are a Messiah seed and you speak out, they block you from getting to the spiritual realm by waking you up at 3 a.m. And as a matter of fact, last night I caught the alien waking me up, and it did wake me up, but at the same time I was able to catch it and yell at it, which probably will do ultimately nothing. And it was gray. And last night I did have, for the first time, a non-linear dream, and I finally understand what the fifth dimension is like, since time won't be perceived as linear, and it's something you really can't explain. It's something that you just have to have like a non-linear dream. And when you start having non-linear dreams, so many things make sense. For example, like if you have a class full of kids, right? Say it's the first day of school, first day of college, right? You know by the vibration who's going to make it, who's not. The drones will graduate, and the non-drones will get kicked out, and you can just tell by the vibration what's going to happen to who. So I'm glad I had that non-linear dream because it made me so much smarter, because it made me more in tune, and I can't appreciate myself. I love myself for having that dream because it just made me so much smarter. And the nanobot, my left bicep, went crazy yesterday because I went swimming. Yes, swimming. It's 75 degrees here in Florida. I went swimming in my pool, and the chlorine water, the pool water, gets all the entities off of you. And man, like my left elbow was like all, kind of felt like there was no blood in it. It was really weird. I'm sure nobody else relates to that. I'm starting to think that it's either like a beacon device that shows my location, or it's some type of maybe they're giving me like the power of persuasion. Like Pita, for those that don't know, Pita had an implant. He had like an implant on his elbow that is made. It made, you know how you see, like if your pineal gland's decalcified and you look at the light, and then you look away from the light, you see like little droplets of purple and pink. Well, Fred Pita had the little droplets of purple and pink coming off his arm, and he had the power to change people's life's missions. So I'm wondering if they gave me that same thing. Maybe they'll give me the Jedi mind trick technology. But when I talked to Lorian as soon as this happened, and I said, what the problem was about the nanobot going crazy, and he's like, you should feel a tingling in your left hand on your fingertips. And I did. So Lorian knows what's up, but he won't talk because he, like Cyrus King, like Gilbert, is a lack man and a pussy. And once again, I am like the only real Messiah because there's no one else speaking out. There's no one else that has the balls to speak out. And the word Messiah means one who travels, which, once again, I'm going on the tour of initiation next month. What does that mean? That means that every court in America is a foreign pirate ship in dry dock. So if all I have to do is say that, then the charge gets. Also, a living soul has never been tried in court, so the charge gets. And John Heinrich is the name of my judge. His father was a sheriff of I don't know which county, but every sheriff of the town is the exalted Baphomet of the town. So the charge gets dropped. And Lorian, my defense is not a cockamamie defense. Because where Malcolm X and all the other lack people failed, especially Marcus Garvey, Gutu will succeed. And for a Caucasoid to know who Marcus Garvey is, that right there is a dead giveaway that I am the Messiah, I am the Dragon King, and Gilbert, shame on you for being a lack man. You want to be a Moor, but you're going to use the anti-bullying laws to press charges on people. Gilbert, you have the malnourished anger. that I used to have when I was trying to be a vegan. Gilbert, you don't have the crown chakra. Which is funny because you claim to be spiritual. Marilyn Manson is more spiritual than you, Gilbert. Marilyn Manson has the crown chakra. I thought I'd go easy on you, Gilbert, because you're such an easy target. I'll just end this with my new catchphrase. Inside every lack man, there's a Moor trying to get out.